Hey guys, I'm Stacey Leasca for RYOT News, and we're here at Lake Cachuma in Santa Barbara, California. As you can see behind me, this reservoir that feeds Santa Barbara County is actually only at 28% capacity. So we're going to talk to a couple of experts to see what's being done about the drought situation and how people are saving and getting water.
Most people have very little idea where their water comes from. This year we've received like 10 inches of rain here. We usually get particularly about 30 inches, but we've gotten 10 inches for the last 4 years. So that's what's really made it kind of challenging. But when you really look at where the majority of water comes in California, the Sierras are just the largest reservoir we have, and there's just nothing there right now.
The major sources for water in California are rain and snowmelt in the Sierras, groundwater, and then imported water from outside of California, in particular the Colorado River Basin. Groundwater is the water that's stored under the ground, but it takes a long time for that water to build up a reasonable supply so that it's worth the cost of drilling the well and the electrical cost of pumping the water out. So the future looks bleak for a couple of reasons. One is climate change and the decreasing amount of snow and rainfall that we'll be receiving, and the continued groundwater use.
California is just kind of ollie oxen free when it comes to groundwater basins, and people just pump as much as they want. There's no control, there's no oversight, and unfortunately, it's gotten a lot of basins into trouble.
The biggest thing that homeowners can do is forget about having a grass lawn. If we ditched the grass and moved to native landscaping, which we all know is beautiful, we would save a lot of water. Over 50% of home water use is for watering the grass. So huge savings right there.
So this garden is the Association of Realtors garden, and what used to be here was a lawn. And so what they identified was, let's use this space to create something that's beautiful but also sustainable and that does not require a lot of water or maintenance. It's a lot more visually pleasing because there's a lot more colors involved, a lot more texture, and it also has an added benefit of capturing rainwater from the roof and bringing it here into the garden and then into the groundwater. So in terms of water use, it's probably decreased by about 90%.
We showed that for 2014, we were in fact 11 trillion gallons below normal conditions. If we could somehow magically get 12 trillion gallons, maybe in part from recycling, in part from desal, who knows, maybe we'll buy it from Oregon or something, then we'd be at normal conditions.
I shouldn't be standing here. In fact, this entire area is supposed to be water, but obviously with the reservoir at only 28%, it's not. But believe it or not, Santa Barbara is actually doing a lot better than the rest of the state in terms of water conservation. They've asked its citizens to reduce their water intake by about 20%, and so far they've been hitting around 22 to 24% on average. You can do a lot too to help conserve water around you just by following the advice of the experts that we talk to, and go on to RYOT.org to click the action box to learn more about water conservation. For RYOT News, I'm Stacey Leasca.